Hello and welcome to Postnatal Pilates. My name is Josie and I've been in the health and fitness business now for over 30 years. One of the most valuable things I've learned along the way is Pilates. The benefits are far-reaching, and one of the areas where it's most beneficial is postnatal, following the delivery of your baby, to help you recover internally and to help you get your pre-baby body back. Now, there are a lot of exercises that are very beneficial for abdominal muscles that will really help strengthen abdominal muscles, but not all of them are safe to use immediately following the birth of your baby. So, for example, there are a couple of exercises that you should avoid, planks being one, and anything where flexion is involved. So any sit-ups or curl-ups, anything like that where you're coming into this position from supine, you should really try to avoid them. So the exercise program that I've put together is very, very safe and can be started immediately following the birth of your baby. Now, I gave birth to my son almost 30 years ago, and I remember being really surprised when the day after I gave birth, the midwife came round and asked me if I'd done my pelvic floor muscle exercises yet. Now, I'm a bit of a fitness fanatic, but I wasn't quite expecting to be exercising quite so soon, but I'm so pleased that she encouraged me to do them. I'm quite sure that this is the reason why my recovery was so much faster than any of my friends. But certainly just starting with those pelvic floor muscle exercises really helped the recovery and the healing process from the inside out. Now, having a baby is amazing, it's a miracle, and some people would say that you then shouldn't be so concerned with the way you look. But I've had clients whose self-esteem has really suffered because several months after giving birth, they still look like they're pregnant. And I think it's really important that we do address that, as well as other more serious issues. For example, some ladies will be struggling with stress incontinence, and that's all to do with the stress that our pelvic floor has come under during pregnancy. For others, it's going to be a back pain issue because of the way that your posture is thrown out during pregnancy. That can put a lot of stress and strain on your back. And so Pilates, again, can be very useful, getting your posture back to where it should be and strengthening the surrounding muscles, particularly the core muscles, to help support your spine and therefore alleviate and hopefully eliminate back problems. So this program starts with pelvic floor muscle exercises. There's not much to see, but I'm just going to give you a few ideas. You may well already know them, and hopefully you've been doing them all the way through your pregnancy. And these are the kind of exercises that you want to be doing for the rest of your life. Several times a day would be really good. We then go on to finding neutral position, because that is your ideal posture, and that's going to help you with the 10 exercises that I've put together for you. We're going to practice some deep breathing and try to locate those deep abdominal muscles. And we're also going to learn thoracic breathing, breathing into the rib cage, so that during the course of the exercise program that I've put together for you, you're going to be able to maintain a gentle core contraction. So how best can we use this program? You're going to learn the pelvic floor muscle exercises or revisit them, and you can do those on their own at any time during the day, when you're waiting for the kettle to boil, when you're sitting waiting for the traffic lights to change, first thing in the morning before you get out of bed. They don't take long, a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, and you're done. When you get to your 10 exercise section, the way in which I want you to work this, and these, by the way, that the first couple can be started the day after you give birth, as the pelvic floor muscle exercises can be as well. So this really is something that you can get going on immediately, which is going to, again, make you feel better and get the healing process started quickly. Exercise 1, you repeat 10 times, so 10 repetitions or 10 sets, and I want you to try and do it at least once a day, but preferably 2 or 3 times a day. When you feel ready, you move on to the next exercise, and your first exercise will become your warm-up exercise. So instead of doing it 10 times, you'll just do it 3 to 5 times. The second exercise then, you'll work up to 10 repetitions, and when you feel ready to move on, you'll move on to exercise 3. So now exercise 1 and 2, they will be your warm-up exercises. 3 to 5 repetitions, work on exercise 3 for 10 repetitions, build to 10 repetitions, and so on right the way through until you have a little mini workout that's not going to take you more than about 15 minutes. Once you get past the halfway mark, you could probably cut it down to twice a day if you've been doing it 3 times a day. And once you have your 10 exercises, maybe once a day is going to be enough. But obviously, the more often you practice, the better and the faster the results. So I have been teaching my clients this now for many, many years. And the results have been quite amazing. So some ladies have had a separation of the rectus abdominis muscles, and it's really helped them knit those muscles back together again. Others have said that their abdominal muscles are in better shape now than they were before they became pregnant. So such is the power of Pilates. Now, you need to stick with this program and work at a safe pace for you until you've had your postnatal check. If you've had a cesarean, obviously just getting up and walking around in the early days is going to be challenging enough, and the program will take you a little bit longer. I would suggest that you don't do anything more strenuous until you've had your postnatal check to make sure that the rectus abdominis muscles have knitted back together again, and that your cesarean scar is healing as it should be. And during this time, get up and walk. So take your baby out for a walk. Once or twice a day would be good, 20 to 30 minutes, brisk walking, and that's going to really help you as well. And swimming is also very good. I wouldn't do any high impact exercise. Getting on an exercise bike is also going to be very good for you. It's going to start to get your energy levels up again. It's nice to take your baby outside as well. And it's also going to help burn fat, and that's also going to be very useful for you. Breastfeeding, of course, if you're able to breastfeed, go ahead and breastfeed. It really is the best thing that you can do. It also helps get the uterus back to pre-baby size. And that's also going to help with the tone of your deep core muscles and your pelvic floor. So let's get going. We can start with the pelvic floor muscles and then gradually work our way through. If you have any questions at any time, please just send me a message. You can do that via Udemy. And if you have any questions that you'd like to share with the rest of the ladies on the course, then please do so. That would be really good. So the question and answer section is very useful because questions that you have may well be questions that everybody else has as well.